Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, no change. Okay, so it's still pretty boring out there. Let's take a look at the relevant levels here, and then hopefully towards the new trading week now, towards the end of the week, we typically get a little bit of volatility in, but you can see it's just sort of moving sideways in this range, still in a descending, broadening wedge, which you would typically expect to be broken to the upside. And in fact, I'm very open to the idea we could get this higher B wave, which might have topped here, as we said, which would then result into a direct sell-off. That's a possibility. Or higher B wave, which is what I would prefer. So a higher B wave would give the C wave later more space when we come down. Basically, it means that what we're doing here to the upside is a more complex correction. For example, a WXY in the B wave, which could then come down in a C wave later. That is what I would prefer, because then the C wave has more space. If the B wave has topped already, which is also a possibility, then it would still be all right, but the C wave would probably run out of space, so we could come down quite deep in this yellow support area. Still waiting here for a little bit of price action. Be aware that, this is really tight, this range, and I would expect some movement anytime really. Quite aggressive movement. I think we could get quite rapid price action. But yeah, what we need to see is, okay, what's possible, what's likely, what are the boundaries of this move. And as long as we're holding 29,000, I would prefer a higher B wave. But below that level, this would still all be part of the white wave count. So the white wave count would include either a higher B wave or with a sell-off later in the C wave, or a more direct sell-off. Again, a more direct sell-off, I wouldn't really appreciate that much. I would rather have a higher B wave and then come down. But if it does that, it's doing it. 29K is going to be the relevant support level for that. That means if we break below 29,000, which we might very well do and could really happen at any time, then it would probably increase the downside momentum, because that is the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement of this move to the upside. So a break below that would typically increase downside momentum and will hint at a failure to create that B wave, that higher B wave. We would then place the B here and would already be in the C wave to the downside, which is okay as well. But I really just want to get this correction finished and done and over. Bear in mind that irrespective of what's happening here on the micro level, regardless of that, don't forget that we are still in a larger breakout pattern that ideally would send Bitcoin to $40,000 plus. However, be aware that Bitcoin can use the entire yellow support area, and another low is expected still, because typically in such a wave 2 correction, price would pull back to the 50% retracement level at least, and that's at 28,320. Had a bit of volatility here last week, into this week, but this volatility didn't really lead anywhere. And yes, it could lead to further upside, absolutely, but it's not impulsive, so makes it very hard to interpret. And as I've already said in many videos, whenever we are dealing here with corrective structures or diagonals, we need to free ourselves from a predictive mindset, and it's more like, okay, let's wait and see if support holds. Today I had a question, okay, what is the price Bitcoin will go to tomorrow? That's stuff that you just can't, you're not even in an impulse. You can say this is going to happen tomorrow or today. It takes as long as it takes. Elliott Wave is a price-based system, not time-based. Whenever I've seen Elliott Wave analysts employ some kind of time-based tools, they are never reliable. They can work from time to time, but they typically don't, and they're not reliable and not sustainable. So yeah, whenever you say, okay, wave 2 must be that long and this long, we've seen such a long correction now here in the crypto market. Yeah, these rallies have been so short, the corrections have been so long. There is just not a general length how long these take. Okay, especially because this is also very specific to the asset class. Crypto market is a pretty new asset class, still very much in development, and it's very binary, which means you get very rapid and quick movements in the trend direction, and then very long corrections, very draining and boring corrections, and then you just can't use the typical historical indications from other markets of how long such a correction might take. It just doesn't work. So it's not time-based, it's purely price-based, but therefore these price-based fib levels and everything, they are very accurate. Yeah, they typically work very well, as they did here when the price entered our trend reversal area. It reversed here as well. Yeah, they typically work quite well, price-based. But hey, we need more patience. We're waiting for clarity. So at the moment, due to the unclear bottoming structure here, another low is expected. It's sort of open to the idea we could have bottomed already, but will not believe that until price can give us a 5-wave move up in yellow and an ABC structure to the downside, which is outlined here in the yellow wave count. So let's see if we can get a bit more action here towards the weekly candle close. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.